So Tom, why did Saint-Gobain want to get involved with the Energy House project?
Well, this really is how Saint-Gobain are planning a new strategy around house products, being a very traditional product manufacturer, start to bring solutions to the client to meet the client's wants and needs, and start to push the boundaries around performance and delivery that combinations of products coming together can bring in the right way.
So sort of understanding the complexity involved with building a house and going, actually we need to start thinking of those as combinations of products that are working and are optimized together.
It really is that, and it's starting to understand the house as a product. I mean, a lot of people, construction in general tends to break the product into siloed applications. It'll look at building regulations, it'll look at products to deliver a certain part of the house. What's very little considered when we're designing a house is how that house then comes together and works and is proven to work as a product. And that's really what we're trying to do here. So we're building a house to fit the brief, to fit the expected rate of change around sustainable drivers, performance enhancements to building regs. And then we're delivering it and then reverse engineer it to understand how our products make that better.
Right, so you set the destination, and then you plan back from the destination, go, what do we need to make to get us there?
Exactly that. And it really allows us to start to take a different level of innovation to how we supply the construction industry. It's not how much can you manufacture and how it gets into the supply chain. It's understanding what the customer needs, the end customer, potentially the occupant, what they want from a comfortable, affordable and healthy home, and then how we deliver that product, which is the home, with a combination of different components.
So what have you brought together in this house here, which you've very much been involved with, haven't you?
So this house, pretty much from DPC, so foundation level up, is Saint-Gobain materials. The physical panels, the structures, are manufactured in a brand called Scott Frame, and it comes to site as a fully insulated panel. So it's very quick. It really starts to address the labour shortages, the skills on site, the ease of build and the speed of build. The internal finish is all from British Gypsum. The external finish is carried by a British Gypsum board and finished with a Weber product, which is the external brick effect and the render effect. The glazing is all Saint-Gobain, the internal floors are Saint-Gobain, and the roof is Saint-Gobain. So pretty much the whole structure comes from a single company, but in the past, you would have a representative from each of those companies working with the client to deliver a product to meet the brief for the product. What we're doing here is bringing together a Saint-Gobain solution, offering the services around the solution to bring a product to the client that fits to their design brief, and then working with the client to optimize that delivery.
I mean, I have to say this is sort of music to my ears, because it does feel as though the whole building industry cuts things up.
It does.
And tries to solve them in silos. As you push towards the low energy sort of side of the spectrum, you need to start working together, don't you?
Certainly.
Really in tandem. For example, overheating becomes a big issue in highly insulated buildings if it's not thought about. So that's what you're getting right here before you take it to the field.
We are, and we are specifically going to do some overheating tests on this house and starting to understand where basic measures like curtains and glass specs and reflectivity and the level of thermal inertia, some mass that you're putting in the house, can resist overheating. But more importantly, the potential point at which we may have to consider more active measures in the future. For instance, in this house, we put a posi joist, so an open web joist rather than a closed web joist, to create a service plenum for the whole house. And if we are looking to retrofit something like an active cooling system in there, so air conditioning, you can take the ceiling down and you can put pipework and ducting anywhere in the house. If that was a solid joist solution, you haven't got that opportunity. And with quite low ceiling heights, you can't suspend the floor. So all of a sudden you're looking at room level integration, which are a lot more expensive. It's more starting to address the potential future impacts and making retrofits easier.
So Saint-Gobain has been involved with this facility for a long time?
So yeah, we started over a decade ago looking at retrofit in the original Energy House 1, and this facility, built and delivered more recently, learned a lot from that. This sort of facility enables us to really throw the book at pushing the boundaries, which we've done here. It's a completely new system that we've built at Saint-Gobain, and we are now commercially launching. But it's in an asset that isn't going to be financially drawn down against. So something's going to be knocked down.
I.e. there's just too much risk to try new
if
things
it's
on a housing estate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And It's purely for research. There's a lot of stuff, really interesting stuff, which gives us hard evidence to challenge the current way of thinking.
And that's the purpose of this facility,
It's exactly
to do better, to
Yes.
build better.
Yeah.